Something strange is afoot over at Twitter, with breaking news this morning that Elon Musk will not be joining the board. Now, some are acting like this is bad news. Elon Musk was going to change everything. You are our only hope to end the censorship at Twitter. But it seems the official narrative is they were trying to constrain Elon Musk. He caught wind of their idea, rejected their proposal, and is now planning a hostile takeover. Well, don't hold your breath, my friends. I'm not entirely convinced anything fun will necessarily happen. But following a wave of tweets from Elon Musk about changes that should happen on the platform, it seems like his plan to join the board would not have worked. Why? Well, as a member of the board, he would have a duty to shareholders and could be sued if he said or did something that would hurt the company. Joining the board ultimately would have been a bad decision, or so many are saying. I find it fascinating that when the news breaks that Elon Musk is going to be joining the board, everyone's like, this is fantastic news. It's such good news. And then when news breaks that he won't be joining the board, people are still like, wow, this is such great news. It's good. We don't know. We really don't. Everybody's just trying to act like something good is going to come out of what Elon Musk is doing. And for all we know, the dude spent $3 billion buying stock in Twitter, gained $1 billion in stock value, and then it's just planning on making money that way. Now, the latest news on Twitter stock is that it's down, so I don't think Elon is doing that. I think Elon is refusing to join the board because he might want to have a bigger impact at the company. And maybe the dude will drop 10% of his net worth in an effort. No, it's what does he got to do? I think he's got to do like 20 or 30% of his net worth to buy the entirety of Twitter. But if he only needs a controlling share, dude will need about 10% of his current net worth to buy enough of Twitter to snap his fingers and do whatever he wants. Here's the story from timcast.com. Breaking. Elon Musk will not join the board of Twitter. Twitter's CEO also said there would be distractions ahead, but our goals and priorities remain unchanged. Now, maybe that is the secret message here. On Sunday, Twitter notified employees and shareholders that its largest shareholder, Elon Musk, will not be joining the social media giant's board. Last week, along with filings with the SEC, it was reported that Musk would join the board of Twitter, subject to a background check. Parag Agrawal, Twitter CEO, made the announcement. This we all saw. And here's where it gets interesting. The filing was on a state that Musk is not allowed to purchase more than 14.9% of the company's common stock, limiting his ability to gain full controlling shares of the corporation. I wonder if what happens is that after Elon buys this percentage, Twitter, getting scared that he could take over and actually change the face of the company for the better, maybe uncensor a lot of people, bring back Trump and Alex Jones, offer him a position on the board, say, how about this? You join the board, you don't buy more than 14.9%, because that could have an impact on the stock for everybody, and then you'll have a say, Elon. But then something else happened. Twitter made a statement that regardless of what Elon Musk would do on the board, they would not change past decisions on policy, which means no Donald Trump coming back. I'm sure Elon probably said, well, that's no fun. The platform is suffering. Musk tweeted about this. We need Donald Trump on the platform. In fact, Twitter was dying until Donald Trump joined the platform, and then all of a sudden, it started doing better because there was a real reason to be on the platform. Musk has a bunch of ideas as to how to actually solve many of the problems we're seeing, and I think he would be a great leader at the company. So we'll see how this plays out. But I think the hint we're getting from all of this is the distractions ahead statement from Parag Agrawal. Let me pull up this story from the Daily Mail. Twitter shares fall in 8% in pre-market trading after largest shareholder Elon Musk refused to join the board. Staff speculate the Tesla chief could now launch a hostile takeover bid. Certainly, that would be quite humorous, and I look forward to it. Here's the full statement from Parag Agrawal. He says, Elon has decided not to join our board. I sent a brief note to the company sharing with you all here saying, team, Elon Musk has decided not to join our board. Here's what I can share about what happened. The board and I had many discussions about Elon joining the board and with Elon directly. We were excited to collaborate and clear about the risks. We also believed that having Elon as a fiduciary of the company where he, like all board members, has to act in the best interests of the company and all our shareholders was the best path forward. The board offered him a seat. We announced on Tuesday that Elon would be appointed to the board contingent on a background check and formal acceptance. Elon's appointment to the board was to become officially effective 4/9. But Elon shared that same morning he will no longer be joining the board. I believe this is for the best. We have and always will value input from our shareholders, whether they are on the board or not. Elon is our biggest shareholder, and we will remain open to his input. There will be distractions ahead, but our goals and priorities remain unchanged. The decisions we make and how we execute is in our hands and no one else's. Let's tune out the noise and stay focused on the work and what we're building. Elon apparently responded with a tweet of a giggling face, which I believe he has since deleted. I'm disappointed. I'm not convinced Elon is going to do anything substantial with the platform. I don't think we're going to see great changes. I think the platform is trash. I don't take it seriously. I troll all the time on it, and somehow I have 1 million followers. But Twitter is a garbage platform filled with garbage people, and their sole intent is to emotionally destroy other people. Talk about trash. Why would anyone, any sane person, want to be on the platform? For a while now, I've been telling people to follow me on Instagram. Because on Instagram, I just post videos and photos. It's a real way to get updates from me, I guess, but I don't post all that often. I posted a video demo of our very early alpha for a video game we're producing, which is you're going to learn about as you see more clips. But that's the fun thing about Instagram. Twitter is just, it's nasty people being nasty to each other, saying the stupidest things. Now, there are a lot of good people on the platform. There is a lot of value there, but Twitter seems intent. People like Parag Agrawal, this dude is as dumb as they come. I don't like, rarely do I speak ill of people. It's true, I speak ill of a lot of people, but typically it's like these people are evil. I think they're morally corrupt. I think Parag Agrawal is just not a smart person. And Twitter is a company run by people who are not smart, leading other people who are not smart, and the company is just a big mess. The only reason the platform works is because people are there. It's a big nightclub filled with everyone, it's filled to the brim. And so if you want to party with other people, that's the place you got to go, but they're stupid. And Elon Musk points all of this out. Take a look at this tweet from Elon. He tweeted on the 9th. Most of these top accounts tweet rarely and post very little content. Is Twitter dying? Yes. Check this out. World of Statistics says the top most followed accounts on Twitter: Barack Obama, Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Rihanna, Cristiano, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Elon Musk, Narendra Modi, or maybe it's Narendra Modi, The Ellen Show. How many of these people are actively on here? I like how it's Taylor Swift 13. Like, yo, Taylor Swift, you could just get Taylor Swift if you wanted it, but sure, Taylor Swift 13 is the number, is the username. Elon says, for example, Taylor Swift 13 hasn't posted anything in 3 months, and Justin Bieber only posted once this entire year. Ian Miles Chong responds, Twitter seems to deliberately stifle accounts from growing. I don't have this issue on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or even the alt websites like Gab and Getter. What's up with that? What is up with that? I think Twitter is driven by ideologues, and for ideological reasons, they are purposefully destroying the company. Parag Agrawal famously stated, I think it was 4 years ago, he said it's about crafting a healthy conversation or something to that effect. Even I'm pretty sure Jack Dorsey was saying similar things. Their view is we own the biggest club and we should force people to listen to our music. Imagine going to a nightclub and they're playing weird experimental country hip hop. You'd be like, okay, man, look, I get it. Do your thing that makes you happy, but I don't want to be here. So big celebrities, big names, fun people, leaders, thought leaders, they're walking away. I'm on there and I post garbage nonsense. I once posted a picture of a hairless rabbit. And then all of these lunatic, just cult members in the establishment aligned with it take everything I say seriously and they write news about it. Elon has a bunch of ideas that could fix this platform. So you know what? I want and encourage a hostile takeover of the platform. Because you know what, Elon? Buy the platform and then delete it. That would be so amazing. I don't think Elon would want to lose $30 billion. So, you know, he wouldn't do that. I think there's real value in Twitter. I really do. I think there's real value in Facebook. But these psychopaths who run the platform are just setting it aflame because they're driven by ego. I'm going to do a Star Trek reference. Because I made this point on Timcast IRL that, you know, we talked about, does Mark Zuckerberg spy on people? Is Mark Zuckerberg sitting there looking at photos of women and spying on old people he used to know? And I bet he is. I mean, why wouldn't he? So in Star Trek, there's an episode where there's a young girl. Eventually, she develops powers. Turns out she's an extra-dimensional being called as part of the Q continuum. You don't need to worry about Star Trek lore to understand this point. Basically, this individual has untold power, and she's told that she can stay living, you know, working with humans and being human, so long as she refrains from using her power. Instantly, to save a planet, she uses her power. The point was, having the power is too much to resist for anyone. I certainly couldn't resist it. I think about Lord of the Rings, too. Here's another reference. Maybe you're a Lord of the Rings fan. You're into fantasy, not sci-fi. The One Ring. To rule them all, and everyone's just like, I can wield its power, but you can't. You can't. And that's the mistake. Very few who are granted the power can refrain from using it. So I take a look at Parag Agrawal, the people at Twitter. They see this massive platform. They see these conversations. They think to themselves, I can wield the power and I can make it work. And Twitter becomes a cesspool of garbage. Filled with garbage people. With Antifa planning violence. Conservatives being banned for their opinions. It is a trash platform and deserves to fail. I bought 21 shares recently because Elon Musk bought in. But just in this world, if you really want to have an impact, you got to be a billionaire. And Elon Musk did that. But what is Elon Musk really going to do? I am so personally frustrated with the lack of, what's the right word? Roguishness, maybe. Maybe that's not the right word. Fearlessness, aggression, spine. You know, it felt like something was actually going to happen when Elon Musk bought this piece of the company. And maybe it will. Maybe there will be a hostile takeover. Maybe Elon will just buy up more and more and more of the company until he owns 51% and can snap his fingers, say, Trump's back. Don't care about anybody else. Trump's back. One of the things Elon Musk planned for, I think I might have the tweet here. He deleted the tweet, I'm pretty sure. But he said something like, people who have Twitter Blue should get verified. I agree. 100%. Twitter's a free platform. Everybody wants to be verified. You want that blue check? Sorry, you can't get it. Twitter decides who is important. It's really how it works. They try claiming their verification badge isn't a badge of credibility or endorsement, but that's literally what it is. They'll take your badge away from you if you're a no-no person like Milo Yiannopoulos. Now, Milo put that he was a BuzzFeed employee in his Twitter bio, so that's why they took his badge away, or so they say. But they took James O'Keefe's badge away. Why? He's not less famous. You know it's James O'Keefe. Because their intent is manipulating the system. Here's what should happen. Twitter Blue is a subscription service they offer. You get like ad-free content, not ad-free Twitter. You get like ad-free articles. And you can undo, and it's kind of stupid. But for $5 a month, just $5, you should be able to be verified. I mean, you're paying them, right? They have your credit card on file. Here's the idea. This is what Elon Musk proposed. After 60 days, you get verified to prevent chargebacks and manipulations in bot accounts. The verification for most people then creates an incentive for why you would buy the service. Now, if you don't buy the service, you can still have an account for free, follow people, and post. That's fine. But you'll get a verification badge. And that means people will know who you are and that you're a real person, and it will get rid of sock puppets, bots, manipulation, and spam. It will also create a massive revenue stream for Twitter. And Twitter still has ads on the platform. Most people, I believe, some have said Elon's bad for business because you get, I think, for an advertiser, it's like $65 per month on average versus, or $65 per year per advertiser versus $36 per year per user. And so what they're basically saying is that the average per year benefit is, you know, for advertisers almost double. So Twitter makes more money. But Twitter is a garbage platform that won't survive. Now, the question is, if Elon was on the board, would he be allowed to actually make these changes? No, because they're going to be like, but that's less money and you're hurting the shareholders. Elon might be thinking long term. Now, I don't know why Elon deleted a bunch of tweets. It could be because they were like, hey, you can get sued for saying these things as a shareholder or something like that. And maybe Elon has a plan. Here's what I want to see. I want to see billboards. I want to see commercials. The Daily Wire. You may have noticed I'm in a trailer, and that's because we're in the Daily Wire's parking lot. We're going to be hanging out with these guys for the next week. It's going to be a big blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. But they did Jeremy's Razors, which was brilliant. I love the Jeremy's Razors commercial, where they talk about how Harry's betrayed them and Harry's betrayed their audience, denouncing them or rejecting them. They stood up, and I respect that. That's what I'm talking about. That's punk rock. Not literally punk rock, but you get the point. It's like flicking off the system, saying, you come at us, fine. That's what we need more of. Now, I don't have billions of dollars, and very few people can do what Elon Musk can do. But I just wonder why it is that someone could have a net worth in the billions and not just do things to have an impact. I don't get it. I do things. I don't have billions of dollars, though. So mark my words, my friends. Mark my words. If I should say when this company is worth billions of dollars, and it will happen. We're going to be a big, massive media empire. You are going to see some of the craziest culture jamming you've ever seen, snubbing the nose, and we're going to empower other people. It's just, there's so much we're going to do. I talked about the Chicken City commercial on Tucker Carlson. Chicken City made $1,000. I believe it was maybe Saturday. And since then, that's the biggest day it's had, and it's only been up for a month. It's now, if that sustains, based on the past week, if the track record sustains itself, it'll be one of the most super chatted shows in the world. Now, some people say it's a stupid joke show. No, it's an excellent product. We made something where it's just chickens on a live stream. You can give them food, and people like people like it because of the nature sounds. They turn it on, and you can hear just woodpeckers and a train going by in the rain sometimes. It's really calming. I love it, personally. The chickens are funny to watch because they're nasty little creatures, and they make funny noises. But people like having their pets watch it as well. The point is, buying the commercial on Tucker Carlson isn't about just being like, look at this thing we made. It's about just shaking the system. Telling people to snap out of it. Do something. Wake up. Have fun. Think. Be creative. We have been culturally stagnant for too long. When was the last time a classical Christmas song was written? The 90s? All I Want for Christmas Is You? We listen to all this Christmas music from the 50s. When was the last time original movies were made? They're all adaptions and remakes and reboots. How many times are we going to watch Batman or Spider-Man in the movies? Take a risk, make something fun. People are doing nothing. All of these companies have become stagnant, stale, moldy garbage. I want to see someone just say, enough. It's time to shake up that snow globe, send everything flying up in the air to make something different land. That's what I want to do. So we've got a bunch of stuff over at timcast.com. We've got Pop Culture Crisis, Tales from the Inverted World. We've got a packet that we've produced showing the chapter synopsis, a few sample chapters. This is going to be awesome. We want to do new crazy things. Chicken City. Crazy, weird, funny. We made over $1,000 in one day on that channel, and it's only been up for a month. It's got 24,000 subscribers. And we're going to buy TV commercials for it that make you confused. And we're going to put up billboards that are the stupidest, weirdest things. And some have said to me, Tim, that's dumb. Why don't you just promote your political show? People have also told me before we shouldn't have Ian on the show. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it. I don't mean the people's opinions and thoughts. No, that's welcomed and respected. I mean, I'm sick of the boringness of the system in which we live in. Now, there's weird conflict. There's hyperpolarization. People are fighting. But I want creativity. Ian's great on the show. He's a weirdo. One time he said, if you stick your finger in a cow's mouth, it feels good. And we didn't know why in the context, and everyone laughed. And it's funny. It's something different, unique. And I don't want to just race everybody on the same platform. We want to do our own thing. We want to do new and unique things. The point of the weird billboards is to snap people out of the boring and mundane and tell them to be creative, take risks, make something new. This is what frustrates me about Twitter. Elon Musk did something massive. And it was just like, finally we're seeing something a little bit chaotic. A little bit. Something interesting. And now it might not happen. I don't know. I want to see more. I want to see Elon come in and just start kicking the walls, punching holes, and be like, we're tearing this wall down and we're going to put up an arcade. Yes, more of that. More weirdness. Let everybody figure it out. The wokeness is homogenization. People talk about global homogenization. I hate it. I was on a cruise once. We got deep. We were going to a private island, but then a storm came and we were forced to, it was like private island. It was a corporate cruise. It docks, everyone goes, and you have a coconut or something. But we got diverted by a storm, and we were forced to go to Nassau, I think it was. Nassau. Going to the Bahamas. And I get off the boat, and I'm like, let's see what the Bahamas has to offer. And it's Starbucks, Hard Rock Cafe, Gucci. And I was like, this is stupid. McDonald's. Stupid. I don't want to see any of that. So I walked up to I walked a few blocks up to find some local food and stuff. I don't want the same old garbage reproduced. I don't want a steel concrete block planet. I want weird, fun, exciting, new, and discovery and creativity. Twitter is a trash platform. The people who are running it are woke zealots and ideologues who think they know how you should think, so they ban people for saying funny things like learn to code. That's boring and stupid. You know, it reminds me of that song's Little Boxes. You know, little boxes on the hilltop made of ticky-tacky or whatever. And it's a song about just like everything becomes homogenized and boring. Nah, I'm not interested in that. I want to do weird stuff. That's why we want the Cast Castle vlog. That's why we want to do the vlog. And you know, it's in a bit of a limbo-ish period space. But we're looking at hiring some talent, writing comedy, doing sketches, and just making weird things. Being a bit experimental, making music, doing our own thing, being creative, and challenging the homogenized, broken, boring, censorious, zealot cult system, and saying no. That's why I like the Daily Wire and what they're doing with a lot of their stuff. But even the Daily Wire, it does feel, it feels fearless what they're doing. It feels like they're pushing back, they're making jokes, but it needs to be crazier than it is. And maybe they can't do that. I know I can, though. And we're going to be crazy and do crazy things, like a Chicken City commercial. And people can be like, why are you doing that, not promoting Timcast? Because it's better marketing. Making a ridiculous chicken commercial with explosions and people arguing with chickens and like swinging from ropes and running out of boulders paths. Just a ridiculous commercial. It's the stupidest thing you'll ever see. We want to do stupid things. We want people to say, that was really stupid. Good. At least it was different. At least we're trying to make something new. And that'll generate good marketing across the board for everything. We're going to keep making dumb stuff, so I hope you're prepared. We're going to have serious stuff. We're going to have serious conversations. We're going to talk about the BS of the political censorship and the cult. But I also think the solution is cultural. We can't just complain about it. We've got to be the change we want to see in the world. That means we need to step up and be weirdos. And I look forward to doing it. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thank you so much for hanging out. And again, we are here in the new trailer. The new trailer studio is way better. Better electricity, better lighting, better ceiling. Just everything is better. We tried out one trailer. We went to Austin. We went to Alex Jones's place, and it was, you know, this trailer is much better. So now we're hanging out at the Daily Wire. We'll see how things go, but stick around. We're gonna have a bunch of the Daily Wire talent coming on Timcast IRL, so check that out. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all at 1.